Okay, today I want to do a real quick multiplication review. This video is intended for those of you who did not do good on the multiplication review game. It'll just give you some hints on how to remember some of your multiplication tables. And rather than memorizing the tables, I want to give you some quick rules on figuring out different multiplications. So we're going to start with the 10 times table. And whenever you're multiplying by 10, all you have to do is add a 0. So 10 times 4, 40. 10 times 13 would be 130. Okay, 5 times table, the best thing I can tell you is do the 10 times table and then cut it in half. So 5 times 4 would be 20. It's half of what you have for 10 times. Same thing here with 130. What you do is take this and cut it in half, so you get 65. 2 times table, just double it. So 2 times 4, you're talking about 8. The 4 times table, you double this. So 4 times 4 would be 8 doubled, which is 16. If you're doing the 8 times table, you double it again. So 8 times 4, you double it to get 8, double it again to get 16, double it again to get 32. Okay, when you're doing the 3 times table, there's no real quick, simple way of doing it, but I suggest maybe doing the 2 times table and then add the original number. So if you're doing 3 times 4, you double the 4 and get 8, add 4 more and get 12. When you're doing 9 times table, I think the quickest way to do it is through subtraction. So you would do 4 times 10 and get 40, and then just take away 4, and you're back to 36. Finally, when you're doing the 7 times table, that's probably the hardest one. With the 7 times table, I think the best way of doing it would probably to do the 5 times table and the 2 times table, and then add those two together. So if you're doing 7 times 4, that's like 20 plus 8. So that would be 28. So think of 7 as 5 plus 2. So you do the 5 times and the 2 times and just add those two numbers together. These will work with any numbers that you have. And again, if you have them memorized, you don't need to do this, but if you're having trouble with your multiplication facts, try to remember 10 times table, you add a 0. 5 times table, you add the 0 and cut it in half. 2 times table, you double your original number. 4 times table, you double twice. 8 times table, you double it 3 times. 3 times table, you double it and then add the number to the answer that you get. 9 times table, you do your 10 times table and then subtract the number from it. So again, that would be like 40 minus 4, which gives you 36. And finally, your 7 times table, which is like 5 plus 2 times your number.